guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys stopping by today, and I wanted to give you an update on how the RZR's been doing after these 3.5 years. Well, I've had better days, that's for sure. And if you caught that first clip of me pulling it out of the garage, it may look a little bit dirty and maybe missing the light bar on top, and that's because I rolled it. Yesterday we were up near an area called Inyo Kern, north of Dove Springs, just off of US 395, and near a little watering hole called the Indian Wells Brewing Company. Great little spot. So we were heading up to a mine to check it out, and I was following friends Paul and Abby, and I was a little unfamiliar with, definitely unfamiliar with the area, so they were showing me the way. On the way down, kind of slight downhill grade, I hit a rut and ended up flipping the car. Now, right off the bat, I just want to tell you that I was riding alone and I'm fine, but the car has seen better days. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures and a short little video here in a second, but before I get into that, I just want to give you a quick walk around of the car. Now, as you can see, it's kind of dirty, haven't washed it yet. Mostly plastic damage on the rear and the front, and maybe a driver's side rear quarter. Probably just brackets and things like that popped loose and or bent and stuff. So I'll be taking all that off and assessing it. Toolbox came all the way out, tapped the rugged radio's antenna cable a little bit on the way out, and the comms ended up working just fine after the crash, so I think that's just fine. I'll just keep an eye on it. Obviously the headlight bar brackets are toast, and obviously the headlight brackets need to be straightened, and it pushed on the windshield a little bit, slightly bending the sheet metal frame of the windshield, but the glass is just fine, so that's going to be an easy little fix. Left driver's side rear view mirror, side view mirror is broken, so I'll be replacing that. And then just little tidbits like that, really. But my biggest concern is the right rear wheel. It looks like it's got some toe in, and from what I understand, that is not adjustable on the Turbo XP model. So I've done a little research, and some suggestions are that it could be the trailing arm that's actually bent or twisted. Now, I visually looked at everything, and it doesn't appear to be any obvious bends in any of the control arms, drive shafts, or anything. I can't find any physical damage to most of the metal parts and stuff. The right rear wheel hubcap took a impact on probably a rock, and it broke off, and so that's what I think could be driving this bent trailing arm on that side. So I'm hoping that's all it is. It's a good time to do some upgrades, maybe to a wider, longer wheelbase kind of modification, but we'll see how that goes. Now, interestingly enough, none of the tires deflated because these aren't bead locks, these are stock wheels and tires, so I was really grateful for that. So in fact, we ended up driving down the hill, and I had a little left toe in, like I mentioned, and it was causing me to adjust my steering wheel on the way back, but it drove just fine. I even got up to 50 miles an hour on some nice smooth flat areas, and it other than the slight pull to one side, it didn't seem like there was any strange noises other than that. No fluids or anything like that, and as far as I know, no engine damage or anything. So how did I crash? Well, here's a little photo right here that I'll just show you right now. It looks like that I was coming down and I wasn't paying attention as usual, and I hit the rut. Now, I was in two-wheel drive high, and when I hit the rut, I believe my one of my tires, possibly the left front, got caught in there, and it kicked out my rear end. Basically my left rear end wanted to overtake me essentially, and I got sideways, and of course it high-sided and ended up rolling. Now, the front end was pointed toward the right side of the road, which had an uphill embankment to it and some scrub brush, and the front end appeared to have rolled into that embankment, and it rolled at least once, and it ended up on the passenger side with me basically being kind of up in the air a little bit. So I quickly turned the engine off, and I got out of that thing, and then radioed for Paul and Abby, and they were just ahead on the trail, and they turned around and came back. By the time they got back, you know, since the toolbox got ejected, you know, it was easy to get to my tow rope, and I had it set up for them ready to flip it back over, which we did. And I'll show a little quick video right here of how that went. Now, if you've ever rolled, you know, it may seem like it's a pretty dangerous thing, which it is, but I think it was mostly my pride that got hurt and a few tidbits here and there on the car. But otherwise, I think everything survived fairly well. There you go. So anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to give you a quick update, and hopefully within the next few weeks or months, I'll give you some updates of how the rebuild is going. There's not a whole lot to rebuild. Like I said, it's mostly cosmetic with plastic. There's just a couple things I'll be upgrading, and I'm hoping to share that with you soon. Stay tuned. Appreciate you guys watching, and take care.